Even as practice lasers are stressful. First try not mailing Yugi. Oh, God, last second. Everybody GG and hello as well. There. That was a curious one. It was a 1 miss Oku for the 5 miss, so was a nice one. Those tomorrow morning I should probably actually edit down that video to post that one specifically on YouTube. That'll be a morning thing, surely I'll remember. Surely I'll remember. Since it is awfully late, I don't think I'll be playing for as long as usual, but we'll see. I've had some good late day runs before. I hate that attack so much. Wham. Okay, that was very improv. Which is not ideal, so I'll definitely practice this part again. Also, I've noticed this game is not as easy to practice as PCB was without volume. So if I ever play this game on my own, I turn out the volume and I'm just listening to music usually. And this game is worse for that than, this game has multiple problems for that. There are a handful of attacks in this game where sound cues are very important in my opinion. Specifically, Mount Fuga Shiki Toss or whatever that second Suika spell is. Needle, what is it? Needles of Yore and UNR are all attacks where I want some sound on. Dread not playing Suika Shot? No. Suika Shot's broken. Best shot in the game, clearly. Look at that, you see those balls? I wasn't even lined up perfectly under him, and the balls went over and killed that fairy. That literally means it's broken, right? Yeah, it's OP. Like, homing was so good, they had to nerf it in this game to be only pseudo-homing, and it's still so broken, so, like... What does that say about homing in general? That homing was so broken that they had to nerf it. And even in this nerfed form, it's obviously the best shot type in the game. Remember, I have to preach about how this is the best shot type. It's very important. I need to spread my Reimu B religion. Reimu B enjoyer. C, man of culture. We need more of them in this world. Also, you don't realize how much you want volume in this attack. Like I said, until you do this attack without volume. That was just poo-poo butt. Love that attack. I do like that attack. But I also like Cat's Walk, and boy, do I sure like to die to that. Although I did first try Cat's Walk earlier when I was practicing, so clearly I'm the best of all time. I really gotta stop moving when I'm inside the gap already. Keep dying normal. SMH my head. Dude, you're so washed up at Lost Branch. Have you, Game Glitcher, have you played with the new Embers of Love? The Koichi, 2 black, rare card? Going up 11. Also, for those who are not there, you can look in the on the title of the stream and see that, yes, I did get a 5 miss yesterday. Clearly, that means he's the greatest of all time as he runs into a bullet. Shooter line shops and exhibits. Yeah, you gotta slow down. Okay, what's it do? That's the new one that is 2 black. It's you gain 2 rainbow. Excuse me, 2 philosophers. It's 2 rainbow mana. And look at 1 of 3 cards. Put it on the top of your deck. It has Replenish, Exile, and Ethereal, and these cards cost at least 4 mana. I ended up getting 2 of those in my own run on Wednesday. To pay the cost for. Well, I had to do that for a large part of the run anyway, and it is still ridiculous. Because one of the best parts about it is you can hit Hartman's Yokai Girl off of it because it's because it's at least 4 mana. So the odds of hitting Hartman's Yokai Girl, especially if you have no other mana influences, is actually pretty solid. And then you can start doing shit with that. After Act 2, I got this card early Act 1. I got a second copy halfway through Act 2. And then after Mega Moo, I got that Unleash Potential or whatever it is. The card that is, look at the top, like, 2 or 3 cards of your deck, exile it, and play it twice. And then at that point, the run went, like, I was already absurdly powerful before that. The run just got broken. I had to be careful because Full Moon, whatever, you know, the one that makes it so that you can only play 7 more cards before you die, is a card, because I was playing Koishi B, is a card that often pops up in the pool, so sometimes it was really good, but you gotta be careful. But, oof. I mean, I hit a battle where I had 4 Hartman's Yokai Girl going on at the same time. Because Yokai Girl. I never had that happen. I was fortunately lucky enough that it never pulled. I don't think the odds of it pulling that are particularly high randomly. Because one thing is I had 2 of those cards, so sometimes Hartman's Yokai Girl procced one of them. And then, since I had multiple copies of Hartman's Yokai Girl going at the same time occasionally, it would then pull whatever card it pulled from itself. But I never got terribly unlucky with that. The Doppelganger card, you know, the Sumereko one, that first card you play, turn gets played twice. I ended up getting 4 of those in one battle as well. And so that makes it that the first 4 cards you play every turn get played twice. Oh. I had some fun things going on with that one. Turns out the way to play Koishi is you play Koishi B. Literally first Koishi B run as well. You know, I don't know if I love this fact or hate the fact that Fog Labyrinth, of the 3 Suika spells, is probably consistently the easiest. It's probably ultimately better for my sanity. Koishi no longer horrible. Well, I mean, Koishi A used to be fine, and I still think she's pretty damn good. I also played around with the new, you know, those couple new dream cards. The one that, like, if you hit a follow-up card, it plays it, and I can attest, I feel like those cards are still really good. Sure, not having the 2-mana version of the AoE attack is annoying, but Dream 5 is a powerful effect, especially when you have a lot of follow-up cards. It makes that AoE follow-up card, the one that like triggers twice if you're in Fugu, actually seem pretty good. Fix Sakuya. Make it that every time you get a rare card with Sakuya, it's not Lunar Market. There we go, I fixed Sakuya. I don't know, I like Sakuya. Even if she's... I definitely admit she's more difficult than all the other characters, with the exception of Koishi A. And that's the thing. I also understand that she is not Koishi A, and I do kind of enjoy Sakuya. Now, are the Sakuyas definitely the second hardest character? I would say so, but... it's like it does have a number of fun things going for her that she can do, it's just... She doesn't do things traditionally. I don't know if she's necessarily built for looping. Like, I understand where that's coming from, for sure. She's built to be able to loop. I just don't know if she's necessarily designed to be truly a looper. What I'm basically saying is I think there are ways that you could play her and every character without doing the stupid, guaranteed win rate boring strat of, you know, trying to set up infinite loops with all the different characters. But I will admit that she is always the hardest character to play. I don't even know if Koichi A is necessarily harder. She might be. I don't know. Koichi A's starting decks feel so good. Getting 4 doubles in one. Yeah, it's crazy. I tell you, when you start hitting this a million copies of, like, when you get double copies of the first 4 cards you play a turn, turns out you can get a lot of stuff going. What's the problem? If you ignore Passion, theoretically, but the problem is if you ignore Passion, your starting deck is garbage. Like, Passion is useful in this game specifically for kill setups. You can hit some really good kill setups, but like the problem is the Passion card is very difficult to play early like in the early game. So it just kind of becomes an extra dead card, per se. Your big block card is very expensive for being only 13 block at base. And then you also have one less 2-mana block card than most starting decks do. In fact, I think if you count every starting deck, she has one less. I think Chirno A also has one less, but it's replaced with a much better block card than the gain 3-mana Enter Serenity, gain 13. 2-mana, gain 12, and Cold the first enemy that attacks you is way better, in my opinion. At least consistently. And then, Koichi A's starting deck is just so bad. It's so bad. And I feel like she just has a hard time getting enough cards that want to, like, win you the game or help you in meaningful ways. Because, like, it feels really bad with Koichi A to take a bunch of follow-up stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, I understand the Serenity cost. It's just, it sucks early game. I tell you that. It sucks. I understand why it's that way, but again, I don't feel like the Watcher abilities translate as well over to Lost Branch as they do Slave the Spire, because it turns out the two games, despite being similar, are different. It sucks. It's a really feel-bad draw in the early game. Both the Serenity and the Passion card feel bad to draw early game. Like, the first 2 sections of Act 1, they feel really bad to draw. And that sucks when your two best cards, theoretically, your two non-basics, feel worse than some of your basics. Like, Blue Sakuya's, Grace card theoretically feels bad sometimes, but enemies early game, I feel, rarely have abilities that pierce Graves. You know, you just kind of have to get to, like, the third part, and even then it's, like, just Black Butterfly. And Poison Doll's second attack can pierce Graves, but, like, early game Graves piercing is few and far between, so it's like early game, that single Grace card is still really nice. Even if there are instances where it's a dead draw, but, like, it's just... Eviction Order sucks, you're right. We need to nerf Eviction Order. I do like Eviction Order conceptually because it makes it so that major loops are a lot less possible, or just makes them harder to execute. Unless you're a Chinese tryhard who tries to optimize and set this up every time perfectly. Like having a brick in my deck. I never said I like having a brick in my deck. I just... Game design, I mean, it's a card that exists in both Slay the Spire and Lost Branch. But I think it's a game design. It's a good addition to the game. Even if sometimes that, like, Battle 1, you just get the worst draws known to man. Much less complain about that. Yeah, all 4 attack cards in that. Not Eviction Order fault. No, I mean, it's Eviction Order is liable. It's not the only liable card to the bricks, but, you know, it's one of the many liable cards. But I do also like it because there's a number of, like, exile effects, and, you know, automatically having at least one whiff does help make a lot of those cards a lot more valuable on the surface, right? There's a lot of exile effects in Touhou, in Lost Branch, specifically. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you brick draws, but that is also the nature of playing a card game. About how much you don't like it, right? Like, I'll complain about it in the moment, but, you know, it is, again, it's just the nature of card games. But that's also why you try to build your deck in the best way possible to whiff as little as possible, right? Like, if you understand, like, the whole setup and like, how bad it can get sometimes, and then setting yourself up in a way to give yourself the best odds possible, and then getting those odds to go your way is very nice. It's like playing poker. You try to optimize it as best you can, It's not always going to work, but... You know, you play to your best odds possible. You melt it. Yes, you can melt down Eviction Order, and it gives, like, 3 or 4 colorless mana. I forget the number off the top of my head. I've done it before, but... You also melt down Long Night, and I forget how much mana that one gives. Now, I don't like Long Night. Like, I'll sit here and condone Eviction Order, but Long Night, there's a reason why I play L6 and not L7. I'd be willing to play with Long Night if I turned off most of the other requests. But I feel like Long Night is less fun than... I feel like the game is less fun if I have Long Night on and turn off most of the other quests than it is if I have all the other 6 on and keep Long Night off. Hence why I play L6. Or one of the reasons I play L6. Was Long Night again? First card you play a fight has cost +1 mana. Increase how many cards that you have to play to get rid of it by 1 per act you're on. You know, the card that reads your turn 1 in the fight just gets fucked. It also, yeah, I believe it has Retain. I don't know if today's a Cat's Walk type of night. Today's a Cat's Walk kind of night. Cat's Walk kind of night. Christmas Fortune's probably drunk. I mean, it's far and away drunk. I mean, it's not like other Misfortunes can't be absolutely garbage, but I feel like just consistency speaking, it's drunk by a mile, right? And the fact that you get 2 drunks, I think that's the part that really hurts that. The fact that you get 2 of them. Now, theoretically, you could do some weird, you could do some weird shenanigans where you, are playing, like, double mana freeze builds. Right, with like Marissa, and you're at the point where you just never play more than that many cards, but I feel like that's, you know. How many runs are you playing averaging 3 or less cards a turn? It just doesn't feel like not much. The one off of Remy sucks a lot. That's one of the worst ones. I wonder if you don't heal a turn. Partially because Remy only likes to appear whenever Yuyiko's the boss, so, you know, you gotta love it, but... Speaking of Yuyiko, the one off of the Yomu event, is really brutal. Speaking of that run I did on Wednesday, though, off stream, I actually took that Yomu exhibit. I was like, I think this is a good exhibit to take here. And it worked out really well in that run, especially because I was right before a shop. I literally took the shop. I had one battle, then the shop, and I got to remove it. So now, my opinion of that exhibit is gone up a bit. Although that was on Act 2, and the problem is, I feel like Act 1, you're always taking the Transform. Because the Transform effect early is so nice. It's also really fun, but... especially in early game, you'd probably rather spend your money removing other cards, or, you know, buying something to win you the game instead of removing a bad misfortune, but... But the badness of many misfortunes is very circumstantial, generally, right? Like, the Tay misfortune, you know, sometimes it's really not that bad if you're spending your money, and sometimes if you make a lot of money and you're not spending it, then it sucks ass. Like, Drunk is definitely the hardest misfortune to play around. I've literally never taken it, I believe, unless I had Hinado. Actually, Drunk has to be the best misfortune in the game. Under the sole circumstance you are playing Marissa A, or Marissa B with another source of black mana as your base. Actually, you don't need a source of black mana, what am I saying? You're playing either Marissa deck. You have double Power Freeze, or whatever that card is. The ability that gives you 4 firepower and spirit at the cost of mana freeze. And you're playing double Wheel of Misfortune. Think about it, that's adding 2 additional hits to your deck. Broken, I tell you. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. You know, this Orin boss really does put on a good Yomu impression. Where it's like, okay, here's this very difficult first spell. And then it's kind of nothing until the last 2 attacks. Fair, Yomu's not really anything to the last single attack, but, you know, you get the point. Like, this attack should be free. You know, I'll mess up once in a while, but... this attack isn't really... shouldn't be too concerning. As much as it's annoying and slow, but... like, this attack is really slow with Reimu B. This is where the homing really slows down sometimes. I trap myself. Wow. That's why you have to go up more. I was talking about how it's free, and then I died. I don't like that fairy got knocked to the right, or to the left. That makes it a later kill than normal. Yeah, only about 2 seconds later than normal. But you go and you take Remy Misfortune? Yeah, that's what I said earlier. That's the problem with Remy Misfortune, and why it's probably might be the worst. Drunk is worse, but like that Remy one always sucks because it pops up and then you just it's like it always pops up when you go to the boss, I feel. Also, it kind of sucks because like I always remove basic shoots because that's like always the play. And if you remove your basic shoots, it just makes that take even worse. Okay, I remember to go up enough this time. And that doesn't get me trapped on the ground. Oh my gosh, this spell takes so long sometimes. Also, never do this attack without volume. I mentioned earlier about trying to practice this game without volume. This attack sucks without volume. It's one of the reasons why it's difficult to practice some parts of this game off stream when I'm listening to music. Because you just can't do Needles of Yore without volume. It's so you just kind of have to get feel for it. I was like, when's the timing? I don't know. Give me good RNG with one of these swings. The game is fire. That's true, and I can enjoy it plenty when I'm streaming. But if I'm, whenever I play this game off stream and I'm practicing, it's, I do not listen to the in-game music. In fact, when I play anything off stream, I rarely am listening to the thing in-game, unless I'm, like, playing something with my friends. Like, I'm playing Lost Branch or any of that shit. This game, anything. It's like, I'm either listening to music very loudly, or I'm listening to, like, YouTube. I just, like, put a YouTube video on. Right now I'm on that Velocro grind set. Although I've kind of been on and off the Velocro grind set with videos over the past, ever since the game really came out, that is. Maybe I've just killed my dopamine receptors, but, like, if I'm playing a game, like, while I'm streaming like this, or, like, say I'm hanging with my friends, I can just listen to everything in-game and be perfectly fine. But if I'm playing on my own, I'm always listening to something. Unless it's like some story turn-based RPG or some shit, and like I'm just playing attention to the story. But I also haven't played any new game like that off stream in about a year and a half. I miss my time of playing 100-hour JRPGs. Sometimes you gotta grow up. And with playing Touhou and having a full-time job, you do just kind of lack the hours to do that type of thing. So most of the games I play casual on my own time are Harvest Moon or like roguelikes, where I could sit down, play a run for 45 minutes or some shit, and then move on with my time. So try soon. Yeah, definitely soon. Any minute now. They're gonna sound like family and a bunch of other the Touhou people that I engage with in Touhou scene. Touhou 20 gonna be announced soon. Touhou 20 for sure. It's this year. It's his general cycle of Touhou 20 definitely this year. I'm like, I believe, you know, based on his usual cycle, but I'm also a type of guy when it comes down to games where I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, she 5 minutes through. 5 hours. 5 hours. Guys, they're gonna release Alice in Lost Branch in 5 hours. I hate this because, like, the attack I need to practice so much is her final, and I can't practice her final. You have to cap Yori if you want to practice her final properly. Really? I go through the difficult dive, and then I just die to that. I'm gonna go play this game for forever today, so I'm gonna do a bit of Oku, but I'll go start doing some runs soon. Really edged that sun there. It's a bad first wave. I am impressed that on 4 missed pace, I was able to cap both this and Petaflare. Here's a question for people, for pronunciation purposes. It doesn't matter either way, it's legitimately not an important thing, but when you see this next spell, are you the type of that instinctually calls it Peta or Petaflare? Because I've called it both. That's I hate that I'm sad. I have to pause for a sneeze. Because the part of me that has, like, you know, seen the wonderful, greatest organization on Earth called PETA that should be blown up, you know, and that's the only time I ever see those 4 letters, PETA. Part of me wants to call it that. So, like, there's the occasional time my reaction when I see it is just to call it PETA Flare. But if I'm thinking about it, I'll, like, call it PETA Flare if I'm not reacting to its name. That's the thing, it kind of depends on the context that I see its name in. And, like, if I'm looking for it ahead of time, or if I just react based on when I read it. So, like, I always call it PETA Flare if I put the effort into thinking about what to call it. But again, you know, having the animal company that's been memed to death over the years on the back of your mind makes it, when I see that word, my first reaction is PETA. Did Mega Flare? No, I mean, it just said PETA Flare to me. So I think you're smoking. Well-known drug user. Right there, it looks like it says PETA Flare to me. Too much right. They try to make a gap that you probably shouldn't try to do. The don't move and to get hit strat, my favorite. It's weird that she keeps moving in the background of this attack. Really? Don't try to move. Don't try to move horizontally, literally as you're going through a gap. Reimu gets sucked in by Oku. Wrong. Yep. Bucket Child, the hardest boss in all Touhou. These are literally Junko levels. Look how big those lasers are. Tell me that's not terrifying. The lower bucket. It's either inside the bucket, or the head that you see is actually a dead chick's head that Kasumi, the actual bucket, killed. It's one of the two. So it's either she does have a lower body or she's a demon who killed a child. I have stuff in the washer that I need to move to the dryer. I need to beat up this spider real quick, and then I'll go swap it out. Do you like certain manga panels? Interesting. Okay, hold on, let me swap my laundry. What do you mean if she has to go real quick? She has to go somewhere real quickly. She just, the bucket just kind of like floats. Oh, so it is fine. I will admit that. Parsley, my beloved. Oh, that wall. Like, look at that. Sometimes she makes a gap that's wide, very wide. And sometimes she makes a gap that's baby. Okay. On to stage 3. Oh, the game lagged briefly between stages. It's over. Runs over. I forgot which nom this was for a second. Whoops. Be all long, or mid spell. Ooh, come on. I blame that one on you, Buggo. You walked in immediately, died. I definitely had time to react to your statement before I died there, so that one's definitely on you. Oh, it's over. Definitely not the fact that it's 8:30 at night. But thank you for the good luck. Sometime you should walk in and wish me bad luck and no fun, though. You guys are getting really frisky there for a minute. A little bit. How did he not die? How is that not a headshot? Bro is so stupid right now, just trying to get some score for no reason. Dude, there's like there's just no grazing those lasers. Go up. Yep. It is very nice of her to not have an active hitbox during that attack. Use me. Fox is acting up. That was a very quick Fox kill. Nice. Nice. Ooh, that's a big movement. Make this dodge annoying. No, this one's actually fine. Her second movement wasn't that bad. Stand to the right of her so she goes right, and then you want to be on the left of her every time. Okay, Mount Uwu again. That's a nice amount of captures, by the way. We never throw to knockout, except when we do. We never throw to knockout? We never throw to stage 4 stage portion? Although I feel like I'm not quite at the point where it's actually a throw. Well, it depends on where I die. Did I perfectly kill one of those talisman fairies? If I die before or in non-2 here, it's a throw. But if I die to this or the green guys, it's not really a throw. Not yet. The bad lineup, dude. How disappointing. Well, you're not gonna PB every day. And actually, technically, based on what I did in my PB, I'm still doing better. Which I think I'm technically even, but on the 5 minutes I got yesterday, I actually died on stage 3, I believe it was. So this is always the big question, because the first, like, actual, like, quite difficult part of the run. Ooh. Fairly quick kill, too. Nice. It is a little spooky sometimes. Like that little addition I've learned on that attack. It's a lot better at that end part. So one myth. There's one myth. So one miss through stage 4. Not bad. Not bad at all. Is that part considered a safe spot? Ooh. Tight one there, Warren. Oh, a death to this. I'm usually quite good at it. Sometimes it's better be lucky than good, you know what I say. It's just fucking over. And we're at 4 miss. Nice. Slightly long kill. That one got really high. Why'd that one get so high? Oh, I wish I could practice that attack easily. Oh well. Down at the bottom, hell, hereabouts. Yeah. Well, this kill actually didn't respawn, start shooting like I was supposed to. Those will probably be close if even kills. It did. You skip a whole Boap berry if you time that down more? I didn't know that. Not that I care enough about skipping the Boap berries, but that is interesting. Ooh. What a disgusting bullet lineup. Shaped it is optimal. I feel like the Suns have small hitboxes in this than they do in the other attacks. I wonder if that strat did exist, how awful that attack might be. Like when she gets low enough HP that she just dies in the drive-by. Not the world's biggest Tokamak fan. I'm the world's biggest Tokamak fan. Oh. Icky. Oh, that was also icky. Oh well, got the LNB. That's a good way to end her. I really like this end credit theme. It's really good. Nice.